Get a vision for your body, to get a vision for your thought life, to get a vision for your spiritual life. To write that down on paper, to simplify it, to get the necessary people around you that's going to help you, like mentors and people that encourage you and people that want to see you win. And then doing the actual knocking and seeking and asking, putting in the work, doing the work. We talked about that. But that is still about have tos and want tos. If you, and a certain attitude goes with a person that feel like they have to do something. Their attitude is very, 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 very obvious. If you have to do something, you're normally going to push back, because that's not something you wanted to do. That's something, and it normally was suggested to you because of the circumstances or whatever, but you say, okay, let me go do this. Right? And so so one of the attitudes that you're going to bring with you is procrastination. Here's for an example. You tell a child, hey, clean up your room. Teenager looks at you and say, okay. They didn't want to do it. They were let's say they were playing the PlayStation or on their phone, or they was doing something that they really wanted to do. But you said, clean your room up. So even though you may have threatened them to take something away or put them on restriction or just vent, they go and clean their room according to their attitude. According to the attitude. You go there and inspect the room and find out that they done swept stuff under the bed, do things in the closet, to shut the door. It looked half done. Now, let's look at somebody that wanted to do it. Teenager said, Pops, I would like to get a new game, or for my PlayStation, or I'd like to get this, or like to get that, so maybe some new clothes, for the prom or the tello. And you said, well, I don't hear you unless you clean that room up. And if you do so, we're just going to spend the day. And matter of fact, I got about 5 racks to pour into this. Well, you go into that child's room and it's that child reinvented that whole room. That room is clean from underneath the bed, from in the closet. You could probably wipe the top of the door jambs and find no dust, because the attitude is obvious. The first one, because you got to keep encouraging them. They keep making excuses and alibis. You got to push them. All of a sudden, this person that can do anything that they want to do, all of a sudden can't do nothing. Oh, they act like they can't even tie their shoe. You have to encourage them. You got to push them. They can't see how to do it. A lot of times they act like they're doing you a favor. And their attitude is bad. And sometimes you just want to just give up. And some people will challenge you and will even get the most, disciplined person wanting to put your hands on them. Attitude, have to. Then you got the want to. But if the person want to, then the person's ahead of you. If a person wanted to really go somewhere, you don't have to ask them to get ready. Well, we have to really be there at 8 in the morning. They're ready at 6. They're up. You hear them kids up. Those people that you're trying to help, they want to. They're pushing you. They don't have excuses, and they eliminate those alibis. A question is, what is your motivation? And we need to ask that question when we talk about have tos and want tos. I look at the motivation. I look at this person's attitude, and I find out if they really, 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 really want it. And just because people bring to you the trials and tribulations and all these hardships and all these things to your feet, they lay it at your feet and they're crying, doesn't necessarily mean that they really want to get out of that stuff. Some people like chains and whips and hard times.